Hello everyone and welcome to Saturday stream number 3. I'm Arglefump. I'm playing Nancy Drew Haunting of Castle Malloy. I'm playing this game live in front of a studio audience of one person, Misa Uzumaki. Hello Misa, hope you're enjoying this video. Basically, there was a scheduling mistake.
Hi,
My parents
Drew.
want to meet with me for lunch tomorrow, so instead of doing a Saturday stream, I'm going to be doing a Friday stream in the middle of the day when everybody's at school.
Operations.
Which is why there's only one person in the studio audience.
If you want to know.
But that doesn't mean we can't have fun. So, we are going to be playing on Junior Detective mode today, and hopefully this time I will actually beat the game. Last week I couldn't beat the game, but this week, I think I'll be able to beat the game.
In preparation for our landing, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
La 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 la.
So your plane was on time, your luggage arrived, your rental car was waiting, everything went without a hitch?
Yep, and according to Kyler's directions, I'm within 2 kilometers of Castle Malloy. Now stop worrying about me and get over to the Dunhill.
Okay, so Misa is saying that, you know, he or she was able to make this stream because they're a college student. I remember being a college student, and I tried to arrange my schedule, you know, my class schedule around my soap operas so I could still watch my soap operas and go to class. We've got a second person watching the stream. Everybody say hello to Macy Lee. Favorite game. Okay, this is her favorite game. Cool.
What time is it there? Over to the Dunhills. What time is it there?
Around 2. The party just started. It's gonna go all day, so I've got plenty of time. Are you driving?
Yes, Ned, I'm talking on my cell phone while I'm driving, but it's okay.
What the? My video card driver broke? What? No.
Hey, there's absolutely no traffic. And I think I see the gates.
No,
I
wait,
gotta
wait,
go.
wait, wait,
Say
hold on
hi
a
to the
second.
Dunhills for me and have
my,
fun.
My video
Without
card
you,
can't break. I need to be
right.
streaming.
Your luggage arrived, your
Okay,
rental car was
we're
waiting.
gonna try this scene
Everything went
again
without a
because
hitch?
apparently my
Yep,
video
and
card
according to
broke.
Kyler's directions, I'm within 2 kilometers
Ned
of Castle
warned
Malloy.
Nancy not to
now
drive
stop
with
worrying
her
about
cell
me
phone.
and get over to the
I mean,
Dunhill.
she's using her cell
What time
phone
is
while
it there?
driving. That
Around
killed the
2.
video.
The party just started. It's gonna go all day, so I've got plenty of time. Are you driving?
Yes, Ned, I'm talking on my cell phone while I'm driving, but it's okay. There's absolutely no traffic. And I think I see the gates. I gotta go. Say hi to the Dunhills for me and have fun.
Without you? Yeah, right. Take care, Nancy.
Oh
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you drive while talking on your cell phone. Okay, we've got more people in the studio audience now. Now we've got Adam. Should I say people's full names or not? Adam S. and then Monoplox. So now we've got 4 people who have been responding in the studio audience. YouTube tells me there are only 2 people watching, so apparently there are people in the studio audience commenting on the video while not watching the video. Strange. Oh, we've got more people! We've got Paige and Not Sweets 23.
Hello, I'm Nancy Drew. I'm here for the wedding.
The wedding's been called off, so go on back to where you come from.
No, wait, please. My car's in the ditch by the gate. I can't go anywhere.
Walk down the road to the inn then. Give me your keys and I'll see to your car in the morning.
I left the keys in the car. Can I at least talk to Kyler?
She's sleeping.
No, wait, I came all the way from the States.
You cannot stay here. Go to the inn, I said. Now off with you.
Please, can I come in just for a minute? Hello? Are you there? Hello?
No, and we've got somebody else. We've got Joran, and I think I'll stop giving shout-outs to all the people who are in the studio audience. I'll just say thank you very much for watching this video in the middle of the day on Friday. Okay, so, I do know how to get through the first part of the game. Basically, last week, if you watched last week's stream, we got to the halfway point of the game, and then we restarted. So now that I know how to get to the halfway point of the game, things should go smoothly.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the people are saying Nancy's being ignored right now, and somebody in studio audience is saying, I wouldn't give Crazy Fairy Man my car keys. That seems like a good idea, not to give keys to the Crazy Fairy Man. And fun fact about cars, you need to be 21 in order to rent a car in Ireland, I'm told. So that means in this game, Nancy has to be 21. Either that, or, you know, maybe the producers just didn't know there was a minimum age for car getting in Ireland. Whatever. And Macy is asking why Kyler looks so happy that Nancy broke her window. That's a good question. I think Kyler's just happy to see Nancy.
Deaf are you now? I told you cannot be staying here.
Joel, what are you doing? That's Nancy Drew, my maid of honor. Let her in.
Matt's disappeared? How can somebody you came all the way out here with to marry just disappear?
He hasn't disappeared for good. You have to understand, Matt's a bit of a prankster, and the wedding is still days away.
You sound crazy.
He disappeared as a prank?
He adores getting people in a tizzy. I do think he's pushing the envelope this time, but he'll show up. Mind you, it may not be till I've started down the aisle, but he'll show, saying he just wanted to make this a wedding no one shall ever forget.
I mean, what if I disappeared right before my wedding? That would have been crazy. I know what happened was that the maid of honor disappeared right before the wedding, and I was like, quick, call the Hardy Boys. They're good at finding women. Where are they? But we found her, so, you know, disaster averted. So I'm just saying that Kyler should be freaking out way more than she is right now, and I'm going to do all the freaking out for her. Yeah.
So you're here by yourself now?
Actually, Matt's best friend Kit Foley is here too. He set up a cot in the Great Hall downstairs.
Is he from London too?
He lives in London now, yes, but both his parents are Irish. You could practically hear Donal's ears perk up when he heard that. That's the man you met at the door, Donal Delaney, the caretaker. Not Donald, mind you. There's no D at the end, so it's pronounced Donal. That's the way you're supposed to spell it, which is to say that's the way the Irish spell it.
Proud of his heritage, huh?
Indeed. Which would be tolerable if his love for the Irish wasn't accompanied by an abiding distaste for the British. Now, he rather likes me, but that's only because he considers me to be Irish, since I'm directly related to the man who used to own this place. When it comes to my British fiancé, Donal detests him, which is why he was so quick to tell you the wedding's off. He wants it to be off. He came right out and said, if I am to be married in Castle Malloy, it simply must be to an Irishman. Said my marrying a Brit would upset the fairy people, or whatever he calls them.
So people in the studio audience, somebody's questioning the fact that Donal just listens to Kyler without a fight. He just gives up and goes away. He gives up, he goes away and goes drinking. That's what Donal does. Somebody's saying they should make a Hardy Boys game where they find women. I'm just saying, if you read the Hardy Boys books, they are always finding beautiful girls and falling in love with them. It happens like basically every single book.
You sure the wedding shouldn't at least be postponed?
I'm telling you, he'll show. You see, sometimes I hear him. You know, his voice. It's very faint and muffled, but it sounds like he's calling to me, saying things I can't quite make out, teasing me, the lout. So I know he's somewhere close by. He'll be here for the wedding. I'd stake my life on it. Of course, I remember well your penchant for solving mysteries. So if you want to give this one a go, by all means do. You could start in the nursery. It's down the hall. That's where Matt had set up his cot and was spending most of his time. Find him, Nancy. Having my maid of honor ruin this silly vanishing trick of his would teach him a lesson he sorely needs.
Okay, so she thinks Matt is around because she can hear his voice? She's hearing voices. Why is this not a cause for concern? I'm like, what if I heard voices? Like, what if... Oh my gosh, everybody, I think I'm hearing voices right now. Can you hear that? It's my wife. She's calling. Michael. Do the laundry, Michael! The laundry's overflowing! Do it! Oh, Katie, come on! I'm trying to live stream here. I want the laundry done, Michael! Oh.
Where does Mr. Delaney live?
All I know is he comes at dawn and leaves at sunset. I can't fathom what he does all day, but he always seems to be puttering away at something. When he's not working, he spends most of his time down the road at the Screaming Banshee Inn.
Who pays him?
My grandfather's estate. Apparently, Grandpapa considered Donal to be as much a part of Castle Malloy as those mouldy old tapestries you see everywhere. I should let him go. All he ever talks about are banshees and fairies and leprechauns, and he can be quite obstinate, as you saw at the door. But if Grandpapa saw fit to put up with him all those years, I suppose I can too.
Fun fact, I don't think Donal ever talks about leprechauns in this game. He talks about fairies and banshees. I don't remember him ever talking about leprechauns. Donal, why aren't you talking about the leprechauns? And somebody in the studio audience says, Nancy needs to find her boyfriend. Nancy, get to work on that, okay? Find everybody boyfriends and girlfriends. Thank you. Ooh, that would be such a good game. It'd be like Nancy Drew and the Romance Adventure.
What are you doing in here, if you don't mind my asking?
Reading. About myself, in a way. You see, until my grandpapa died and left me this place, not only did I have no idea that this castle existed, but I had no idea my real name was not Mallory, but Malloy. Apparently, Grandpapa changed his name 50 years ago, so no one would find out he was Irish.
Oh, no.
Why didn't he want people to find out he was Irish?
I think it had something to do with his brother, Brendan, the man who owned this place and was living here when it exploded during World War II. He was rumored to have been a double agent, supposedly doing top-secret research for the Allies, but in truth passing his findings on to the Axis. Not exactly a brother you want people to know about.
If the rumors were true.
Anyway, ever since I found out I'm a Malloy, I can't stop reading about Ireland. So many different people have populated this country at one time or another. The Celts, the Druids, the Gaels. It's all quite fascinating.
All these books were Brendan's?
I can't be certain, but I assume so. He was quite the inventor, I do know that. Everything that remains in this place seems as if it's been tinkered with. Even his daughter's dollhouse, of all things.
Somebody in the studio audience said, Nancy Drew is the only friend of a lonely Irish woman. Yeah, basically, yeah. And I think maybe Brendan switched his name from Mallory from Malloy to Mallory. Maybe he just, misspelled his name on his birth certificate and, just had to fake it for the rest of his life. That's possible.
Someone ran out in front of my car on my way here and caused me to drive into a ditch.
Are you all right?
Me, I'm fine. My car and my cell phone, not so good.
Yeah, not so good.
I'll catch you later.
The 5 months I spent living with you, your dad, and Hannah. And Togo, of course. That was a very happy time for me, Nancy. I can't tell you how thrilled I am you're here.
I get to see you again, and I get to see Ireland? I'm the one who's thrilled, believe me. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. I'm your maid of honor, remember?
I haven't forgotten.
Okay, so, I've got the list of things I need to do in order to beat the game, which I made from last week. So what I'm going to do is solve the ridiculous puzzle over here. Nancy ends conversation so abruptly. Yeah, that's a Nancy Drew thing. So the main reason I'm playing here on Amateur Sleuth mode is because I can actually solve this puzzle quickly on Amateur Sleuth mode, instead of taking forever. Does it really count as a cheat sheet when I made the cheat sheet myself? I mean, these are all notes that I took last week, so I'm not cheating that badly, I think. I don't know, maybe I am a filthy cheater. I'll let the studio audience decide. Okay, so, yay, that puzzle.
This'll come in handy.
Something else I learned last week, you absolutely have to zoom in on this puzzle in order to trigger Nancy picking up the weight downstairs. You can't just look here, you absolutely do have to zoom in. Oh, and this is the code to that puzzle. Right, code to the puzzle. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to come back.
Nancy, splendid timing. I just thought of something you can do for me.
Oh, Nancy has such great timing. She came in at the perfect moment.
There's an old-fashioned printing press downstairs. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't taken a good look around down there yet.
Just go down the stairs and look for the monstrosity with the big wheel and the levers. You can't miss it. It came with the castle. My great-uncle Brendan had all sorts of gizmos and gadgets and machinery lying around. Anyway, when I saw the printer, I told Matt why not save some money and print the programs for the wedding right here. Problem is, Matt failed to get them done before he turned into the merry prankster, and since I have the mechanical aptitude of a bacterium... Would you mind finishing the job for me? You'd only have to print 3 more sheets, and the plate, the ink, the paper, everything you need is right there.
No problem.
Thank you, Nancy. You're the best.
Everybody is now criticizing Kyler for just hiding inside her room instead of, getting up and looking for her fiancé. Granted, it's the middle of the night and it's cold and stuff. Like, there's no wall here. Really should be a wall. Yeah, that's not good. They need a wall. But still, I mean, Kyler should, be looking for her fiancé. And other people are saying, Kyler's just being lazy. That's why she's not helping look for Matt. Well, she's got Nancy Drew to do it, I mean, Nancy Drew.
Alan Payne. That's kind of weird.
If Nancy Drew is on the job, would you really be on the job? Oh yeah, and last week we were asking what hand fasting was. Apparently that's an Irish tradition at weddings where it's like tying the knot. It's like you tie a rope around these people's hands to symbolize that their souls have been entwined. I believe it's a pre-Christian tradition, which is still going on. Nice and symbolic. And this is so easy. Why couldn't Kyler do it herself? Again, Kyler is lazy. Yeah, well, I mean, the brides I know don't spend most of their time hanging back and doing nothing. Most of the brides I know are, screaming and crazy and doing work.
Did you finish the programs?
Yep. But I noticed that they say the best man is someone named Alan Payne. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't Kit the best man?
Matt said that's the way Kit wanted it. He got here early, too. But when Matt vanished, Alan was certain that Matt was playing a joke and refused to be the butt of it. So he went back to London, saying he'll reappear only when Matt does, and not a moment before. Perhaps you should give Alan a call. 0044-020-7946-0481. He may have seen something while he was here that could help you find Matt. Have you a phone?
Not one that works.
You'll have to use the phone down the road at the inn. My cell phone gets absolutely no reception here.
I think I figured it out, everybody. Why isn't Kyler looking for her fiancé? She is secretly a robot.
I'll catch you later.
And
Good
she
luck.
spends all of her time memorizing phone numbers. So that's what she's doing. With this book, she's not actually reading the book. She's memorizing every single thing in that book. Because that's what robots do. Anyway, back to the actual game. La 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 la. Yeah, seriously, who remembers a number off the bat? Just off the bat.
Where are those lights in the tower coming
Several,
from?
many digits. Many digits in that phone number. Spinning round in circles. And that's not where I'm supposed to go. What I'm supposed to do at this point is go to Baylor. Baylor, right over here. And let's do the conversation with Alan first. Okay, I'll give this up to you guys in the studio audience. Should I call Ned or Bess during this video?
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Castle Malloy. I'm Kyler Mallory's maid of honor.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his?
No, I'm afraid he's still at it. But if you have a second, could I ask you some questions?
It should be a minute or two before my ride gets here. What's on your mind?
We got 1,000,000 people saying Ned. Ned apparently is popular.
Did you see or hear anything strange while
We have 2 votes for Ned and Bess, 1 vote for Bessa. Oh, Bessa. I wonder who that is.
you were at Castle Malloy?
If you mean, did I get the impression that the castle was haunted or enchanted or anything like that? No.
No.
Frankly, I was too distracted by the strange human goings-on to pay much attention to anything else.
What do you mean?
I mean, for 3 people who purport to be friends, it seemed to me they did an inordinate amount of fighting. For instance, the evening before Matt disappeared, he and Kit had a terrible row.
Now people are wondering, Ned and Bess, do you call it Bed or do you call it Nessa? Ness? No, those both sound like bad nicknames. Anyway, Ned and Bess are totally going to fall in love and get married. Sorry, Nancy.
Wow. I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but they both sounded very angry.
Nancy will have to marry Denal instead.
Furious, I dare say. In fact, the next time I saw Kit, he was sporting a black eye. And the next morning, Matt and Kyla had a go at each other. Nothing physical, mind you, and once again, I couldn't make out what was said, but I promise you, they were quite put out with each other. I was more than happy to bid the lot of them farewell, though I imagine I'll be returning to the castle before too long. Matt is bound to find his prank as tedious as everyone else does eventually. I must be off. Nancy, it was a pleasure venting to you. Hopefully before too long we shall meet in person. Cheers.
Okay, so the first response was somebody doesn't like Bess with Ned. Other people are saying Nancy needs to be Frank. Nancy and Frank Hardy, people like that. Some people like Nancy and Ned. Some people actually like Nancy and Bess, and I keep meaning to read the book series where Nancy goes to college and she dumps Ned, and then Ned starts dating Bess, and it is just a crazy series, and I just want to, read it someday.
Hello?
Hi, Ned, it's me.
Hey, Nancy. How come you're not calling from your cell phone?
Hey, Nancy, how come you brought a calling card when you brought your cell phone?
Well, let's just say you were right about driving and using my cell phone. Sort of.
You were in a car accident?
Yeah, but you heard me hang up, so I wasn't really talking on the phone. I just had it in my hand. Even though I did wind up in a ditch. I'm fine, but the rental car and my cell phone are pretty much history.
You drove into a ditch?
Something that kind of looked like a woman and kind of didn't ran across the road right in front of me. I had to swerve to miss her, or it, or whatever.
What do you mean it kinda looked like a woman?
It had all this long, wild hair, and it was wearing something flowing, like a dress or a robe. But its face, it just didn't look human.
Here we go again. You're in Ireland, not 2 hours, and what happens?
A mystery falls into my lap. A harmless mystery. Don't worry, Ned.
You're fine. Right.
Wow, Ned. Sounding kind of snippy here.
Did I mention that Matt Simmons, the guy Kyler came here to marry, is missing?
The groom is missing?
She thinks he's just playing a practical joke.
Wait a minute. You and Kyler are there by yourselves?
And somebody's saying, Ned, hi Nancy, how are you? Nancy, oh, I almost died. Oh, no biggie.
No, Matt's best friend is here too. So's the caretaker, Mr. Delaney.
This guy Matt thinks disappearing less than a week before his wedding is funny? I'm no expert on marriage or anything, but I don't think that's a good sign.
And speaking of more relationship stuff, I know I'm talking way too much about this. Somebody's saying Bess and Joe Hardy, which is another fan favorite combination. That's in the Nancy Drew Hardy Boys crossover book series. Bess and Joe are totally a thing. And somebody's saying Nancy in danger is the real relationship. I mean, she cannot stay away from danger. Good point.
I'd really like to get into the tower of Castle Malloy.
What's stopping you?
The lack of stairs, for one thing.
There are no stairs?
They were destroyed along with half the castle in a mysterious explosion during World War II. Apparently the guy who lived here then, Brendan Malloy, was some kind of mad scientist.
Why do you want to get up in the tower so bad?
I saw some strange lights coming from inside it. I can't help but think it might have been Matt.
Why would he be up in a tower?
Maybe that's where he's hiding out.
You just said there's no way to get in.
I know, but Maybe...
He learned how to fly.
You're not helping, Ned.
Sorry, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to the party.
Just be careful over there.
I will. Talk to you soon.
Nancy and people's chores. She's always doing people's chores, and she's always finding locked doors. It's a Nancy thing.
Hello? This is the sales call.
No, Bess, it's me, Nancy. I'm calling from a phone in Ireland.
Nancy, hi! George, get over here. It's Nancy. Hi, Nan. You'd better be having a great time there because you are missing an incredible time here. The Dunhills throw the best parties. You should see all the awesome pool toys they've got. And everywhere you look, some cute guy in swim trunks is standing over a barbecue grilling something. I'm in heaven.
Sounds fabulous. Be sure to wish Kathy and Carrie a happy birthday for me.
You know, one person I haven't seen is Ned. Yeah, me neither.
He's there somewhere. I talked to him earlier.
So, what's going on with you?
Well, obviously you haven't seen Ned. You just said you saw a bunch of gorgeous guys. Oh, that's a mean thing to say.
Just as I got to the castle, something that may or may not have been a banshee ran across the road in front of me and made me drive into a ditch.
You saw a banshee? That's bad luck, isn't it? Not if you see a banshee. If you hear one, it means someone's going to die. Wait a minute. Why was it running? Can't banshees fly?
Bess, what I saw just looked like a banshee. I'm sure it really wasn't a banshee, although it did just kind of vanish. And when I talked to Kyler, I found out that her husband-to-be has vanished.
What do you mean, vanished?
Matt came to Ireland with Kyler and his best friend Kit, but now he's nowhere to be found. Kyler is convinced he's pulling a prank.
A prank?
Apparently, he's a pretty big practical joker.
More like a pretty big moron. Incoming. Check it out. Oh my gosh.
Guys? Hello? Bess? George? Anyone?
Sorry, we were hopelessly distracted by a truly amazing set of washboard abs.
Oh my goodness.
According to Alan Payne, Matt's best man, there was a lot of arguing going on just before Matt disappeared. Matt was fighting with Kit, Kyler was fighting with Matt. Alan said he went back to London to wait for Matt to reappear because he couldn't stand all the constant squabbling.
So all was not blissful in premaritalville, eh? Wait a minute. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't he his best man?
Good question. Unfortunately, the person most qualified to answer it has disappeared. Did I tell you that Kit Foley has a black eye?
Why am I not surprised?
How did you know that, Nancy? We haven't talked to him yet. Huh.
What would you two say if I said I needed a hint?
We would say, why ask us when you've got your very own fortune teller right there in the great room? Right, George? There's an old Irish saying, when it looks like you might fail, go see Madame Ishabel.
That's not an old Irish saying.
I know, but you get the picture.
That's all I got for now. You guys are wearing sunscreen, right?
Yes, Nancy.
Just checking. Bye.
Oh man, Emily's got a good question. Who would be Nancy Drew's maid of honor? Would it be Bess or George? Oh, that is tough. Maybe that's why Nancy has never gotten married. She can't make a decision like that. Oh, could be Hannah. Right. Yeah, just pick Hannah, and then that way both Bess and George will be not insulted.
So, you're not so keen on staying at the castle after all, then?
I'm staying there. I just wanted to talk to you.
Come to me for a bit of aid and advice, did you? Well, I've got none to give. Not till I got the day's troubles behind me and a crow's nest in front of me.
Huh?
The mixmaid suddenly took ill, leaving poor Seamus on his own, running back and forth, trying to mix and serve at the same time. I heard her soon as I walked in, yet here I sit, dying of thirst. I'll do no talking till I get me crow's nest, and there's the sorry truth of the matter. But now, were some spry and spunky lass to lend poor Seamus a hand by taking over the mixing for a while, that would surely speed the plough.
Maybe, but I don't feel like playing mixmaid right now.
Well, when you do, don't come bothering me. Just go on over to the mixing counter and get down to work.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore him here. Let's play difference detective. Opening it up here. Sorry, I'm opening up my file on difference detective, which says all of them. And nobody's looking in the bog where Matt might be dead and stuff. That is sad. That was totally a thing. Thank you. Okay, so I found most of these things here. So the antenna on the satellite dish, extra star, Earth, no glare in the round window. The salad is missing a mushroom. And I got the hinge on the door. The spatula. Yeah, it is possible Matt's dead in the bog right now and nobody's looking for him. That's sad. Or Matt's hanging out with the sheep. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I believe Matt is sleeping with the sheep right now. He's taking a nap. He's giving the sheep Mohawks. He's having fun. Okay, and then this is... I don't... Okay, here we go. Shark and girl. So this is a tough one to figure out. I mean, that's obviously that, but... gill, tooth, splatter, missing crab, fish. No? Sorry, I meant nozzle. Little spot here. Short thing. I need 2 more. Okay, this shark has nostrils in the right photo. A tuft of grass. This thing. Sheep are very fluffy, so you know it makes sense that he's taking a nap with them. How many coins do I have? I only have 2. Gonna play for some more. This is fishing in the sky, isn't it? Old man's hat has lures on it. Dog is sticking out its tongue. The ring holding the oar has... The ring holding the bobber has disappeared. The ring holding the back oar has disappeared. The bird to the left of the man is gone. The worm on the hook is tilted. The cloud on the top left is missing. The cloud on the right is shaped differently. What? The cloud on the right? Yeah, I'll go back for that one. A feather coming off the bird is gone. The wing on that bird has disappeared. There are 3 circles holding the fishing line in place. The reeling device has disappeared. And the final one was, the cloud on the right is shaped differently. That cloud. Okay, got myself some money. So people are asking, do we know who the new voice actress is for Nancy Drew? Because they're getting a new voice actress for game number 33, I believe. Midnight in Salem. Does anybody know who this new voice actress is? Because I don't know, and it's driving me crazy. But then again, it's going to drive me crazy until the actual game comes out. I will not stop being crazy until I get the game. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to Madame Isbael. I made the money in order to get a fortune for her. From her.
I would like a fortune.
If you're lucky enough to be Irish, then you're lucky enough. Okay, I think somebody said, like, the person from Pokemon is the new voice actress. I think that must be a joke. I don't know. I've never seen Pokemon, so I would not know. And Kit.
Hi, you must be Nancy Drew. I'm Kit Foley. Ignore the eye if you can. Walked into a door the other day. Looks worse than it feels. I'm a bit surprised you're still here, given the circumstances.
Every castle comes with a fortune teller, yes.
I was going to say the same about you.
I'm not about to leave Kyler here by herself. Until she comes to her senses, I'm staying put.
What do you mean, comes to her senses?
Matt isn't playing a practical joke, and he hasn't been kidnapped by fairies. He got cold feet and left. It's as simple as that.
He kidnapped by fairies. Door fairies! Yes, door fairies knocked this guy and gave him a black eye.
Are you sure?
Well, Matt didn't come out and tell me he was leaving. But hey, I am his best friend. I know him better than anybody. I mean, he loves Kyler, but she can be a handful. And he's no pushover either. Their relationship is so tempestuous, it scares him. She thinks once he makes a real commitment, everything will be fine. But he's not so sure. So he bailed.
Kit is rocking the raccoon look. I like that comment. That's funny. He totally is.
I don't think the possibility that he walked out on her has even occurred to her.
She's in a raging state of denial, and I, for one, don't see any harm in allowing her to stay that way. I seriously doubt he walked out on her for good. It's just that for Matt, marriage is way too much, way too soon.
Time for me to scoot.
See ya. How's it going?
Alan Payne told me he overheard you and Matt arguing the day before Matt disappeared. And pretty much right before you walked into that door.
What were you doing talking to Alan Payne?
I thought he might know something that could help us find Matt.
I told you, Matt bailed. He doesn't want to be found. Look, Alan Payne doesn't really know Matt or me, okay? Matt asked him to be his best man because he works with the guy and thought it was the politically smart thing to do.
And your point is?
He misunderstood what he heard. Matt and I have been friends for more than 12 years. We were just fooling around.
Fooling around? You ended up with a black eye.
I told you that was an accident. I'm clumsy.
What were you two talking about?
I forget. That's how inconsequential it was. Hey, I just remembered. Kyler wants me to do the seating chart for the wedding dinner. Like I said, I can't bring myself to tell her there's not going to be a wedding. Anyway, I need to get to work on it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Of course, you could always give it a shot. You just have to figure out where each guest should sit by taking into account their needs and preferences. What do you say?
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent. Just fill it out and bring it back to me when you think you've got everyone sitting in the right place.
How do I back away? Oh, I just
unless
click
and
there?
until it
Okay.
gets done, afraid I'm gonna be pretty much incommunicado.
Yeah, seriously, why isn't Kyler taking care of this seating chart? That's something she could do. She's the one coming up with all these crazy rules for who must sit where. I like how these are all characters from previous Nancy Drew games, but I like how it includes... does it have 2 different culprits? Like, seriously, our characters have so few friends, they have to invite culprits from previous games in order to fill out this little tiny wedding party.
How's the seating chart coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. This looks great. Wow, you did it. I'm impressed.
So now we can talk.
Yeah, now we can talk. Oh, hey, actually, you might want to take a look at this first. I found it on the floor in Matt's room when I was looking for him.
What is it?
Frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it will to you. Take it. If anybody can figure out what Matt was doing with it, you can, I'm sure. Good luck.
Yeah, that piece of paper is blank, and he keeps pointing to it like there's something on it. Invisible ink, perhaps? So now we're going to go to the leprechaun area, now that we've got the leprechaun thing.
Wonder what that crow's doing in there.
Yeah, Kit keeps avoiding questions. Maybe we should give him another black eye. Seems kind of violent, but okay. Alright, and I think I have enough money for the rest of the game now. Oh yeah, if Kit got another black eye, he would become a panda bear instead of a raccoon. Oh, Kit. And here's why he got a black eye. Guess who was trying to put the moves on the bride? It was Kit. Yep. Of course, that picture is probably taken a long time ago when they were dating. Doesn't matter! Stay away! She's not marrying you. She's marrying the other guy. She's marrying your best friend. This is not a romantic comedy. This is not going to end well. Whoa! My notes are amazing. Okay, and Ella is saying, what if Kit and Kyler look better together than Kyler and Matt? The picture of Kyler and Matt at the end of the game kissing each other because they're married is kind of creepy and scary. But it seems to be the same model, that she's hugging Matt in the exact same way she hugged Kit. And we'll see that because I think I can reach the end of the game this time, everyone. I think I can do it. Kyler just has trouble with hugging, okay? She can only hug one way. We need to respect that she's hug impaired. And
What
creepiness now, everyone!
You're right. There has to be a logical explanation for what we just saw. So I'm going to calm down, relax, and trust that you will discover what that thing was. You are going to figure it out, aren't you, Nancy?
I promise.
Okay, so, what am I doing now? I'm going to the bog. I don't know exactly where the halfway point of the game is, but like I said, last week I played like about halfway through the game, so I know how to do the first half of the game. Eventually I'll reach the point where I'm past where I was, and then I'll have no idea what to do. I remember the bog puzzle. The bog is there. Somebody's saying, oh my gosh, for that scene, Kyler actually got out of her seat. This is amazing. Granted, she didn't get out of her seat. We didn't actually see her get out of her seat, but she must have left her seat to see the Banshee, right? Going through my notes again. 3 down, then 2 left, then a forward, then a left, then 2 forward, then a right. Now I'm lost. 2 forward, 2 right, 2 forward, right, and then forward. So, we're here at that hut in the middle of the woods. Let's build the bug bane, so it's going to be Tansy. Pennyroyal. Wormwood. Catnip. Thyme. Use that on the cage here.
Ew!
Alright, now I get the jetpack. You have to get the jetpack from the right angle, and I'm surprised nobody freaks out over the fact that Nancy gets a jetpack. Does she tell anybody that she has a jetpack, or she's just cool about it? She's like, oh, I got a jetpack. Yeah, that's me. I'm Nancy Drew. You want a jetpack? Oh, well, too bad. You don't get one. Only I get one, because I'm Nancy. I'm Nancy. I got my jetpack. Now I can go to the gate here. Sheepy! Everybody, the sheep are here! Yes! The main character of the Nancy Drew series, the sheep. Well, we'll see the sheep again when we go to New Zealand, but still, crazy, crazy, crazy sheep. So now I go to the far end of this area. Almost ran over a sheep there, Nancy. Be careful. Where is that tree? Yeah, don't fall off a cliff, Nancy. Here it is. Ah! 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 So now I need to go back to Castle Malloy and talk to Kyler. Finding that piece of paper triggers the flower search for Kyler is what my notes are saying. And that's about the halfway point where I stopped. Now Kyler's busy reading Harry Potter right now. She's not actually doing anything. So this puzzle. One, and then two, and then three. And now everybody's wondering which Harry Potter house that I would be sorted into, which one would Nancy be sorted into. It'd be awkward if Nancy and her friends were sorted into different houses. And the gear puzzle, right, there's a gear puzzle here. I want to solve that puzzle. Let me get to the gear puzzle right now. I got a gear from the owl, the otters, and I got a gear from everybody else. I don't know, yeah, what house would Nancy be sorted into? I mean, the obvious answer is Gryffindor, but, I mean, that's always the obvious answer for everybody, because Gryffindor are the heroes of the Harry Potter series. And nobody wants to be Slytherin, because those are all the, what do you call it? Those are all the villains. I find it very suspicious that they decide to sort people by good, evil, nerds, and everybody else who's left over. Doesn't seem like an efficient sorting system. But everybody always wants to be Gryffindor, mainly because we know most about the Gryffindors. We see a lot more of the Gryffindors than any of the other houses in the Harry Potter series. Now, people have written, like, you know, Harry Potter fanfics with the Nancy Drew series, and they made hilarious jokes about Nancy's friend George meeting George Weasley. Ho ho! They're both named George. So George is Gryffindor, Nancy's Ravenclaw, Ned and Bess would be Hufflepuff. Yeah, I could see Bess as a Hufflepuff. I would see Ned as a Hufflepuff. Nancy strikes me as more as a Gryffindor, because she does a lot of brave things. Brave / stupid and incredibly foolish. Not too much of a difference there.
You have a lead?
Mostly I have a question. Do you know anything about this sketch? I found it outside.
It looks like a drawing for some kind of housing development, for the land the castle sits on.
Apparently Kit did them. Did you ask him to?
No, and I seriously doubt Matt did either. Kit must have done those on his own. The question is, why? Anyway, I thought of something else you can do for me. Since there's a possibility, however remote, that there are forces at work around here that none of us completely understands, I think it only prudent to do what I can to counteract them. To that end, I would like to include these herbs and flowers in my wedding bouquets. According to Irish lore, each of them is believed to be associated with things I could use a little more of right now. If you could pick them for me and put them in that vase over there, that would be wonderful. Here's a basket. This, of course, means that in spite of whatever it was I saw in the nursery, I still believe there will indeed be a wedding, because no matter who or what took Matt, you're going to find him, Nancy. I have to believe that. Please don't let me down.
If Matt was staying in the nursery, where's his luggage?
Right there by his cot.
It's not there now.
But it was there, just last night. I remember seeing it when I peeked in to see if he'd finally decided to reappear. At least, I think I saw it last night. If it's not there now, perhaps Denol moved it, took it to storage or something. Because I know I saw it after Matt went missing. So it's around here somewhere, just like he's around here somewhere. I'm sure of it.
I'd better get to work.
Anytime you want to talk, I'll be right here.
Back to Harry Potter. You know, somebody's saying, Michael, Hufflepuff is for the loyal, hard workers. I know that's what they say in the books, but they don't really act very loyal. I mean, well, pretty much, you know, every other book, all the people in the entire castle turn on Harry and they hate him. Happened a bit in book 1, happens in book 2, not so much in book number 3, totally happens in book 4. And then book 5. So, I mean, I remember distinctly book 5 where everybody thought Harry was crazy, and there was only one Hufflepuff. What was it? Ernie? Ernie was the only one who liked Harry. All the others were like, oh, forget this, we're going back home and sleeping. And somebody else made a good point about Harry Potter, about Harry's friend Ron. If Ron did not become friends with Harry, he would not be an interesting character whatsoever. That's basically sums up his entire interestingness to the series. Is he's the best friend of the main character. Other than that, he doesn't have much of a personality. He's good at playing chess. But people aren't huge fans of chess. In fact, chess is like the only thing that Ron can do well, and he only does it in the first book and then never again.
That sheep doll needs stuffing.
Yeah, the thing about Harry Potter is that nobody ever trusts Harry, ever. Harry is not trustworthy, and, you know, in defense of the other students, he does, you know, seem to get involved in murder schemes every year. That's kind of rough. Okay, getting those flowers there. I'm actually gonna save my game here just for the purposes of figuring out this puzzle well. So I think those two pieces go together pretty well. Ron did sacrifice himself to win a chess game. And it was the only time Ron ever did anything noble in his life. I don't know, maybe I'm just still kind of mad about Ron in the last book. He basically just walks out on Harry. Granted, I would walk out on Harry too after 8 months of nothing but camping and, you know, no story whatsoever. I would be frustrated as well, so maybe I shouldn't hold it against Ron that he got a little mad. Anyway, back to Nancy Drew. I'm playing a Nancy Drew game. Did you know that? Cool. It's so awesome. You guys are gonna love it. Still, yeah, oh man. Somebody's saying to get the Easter eggs in this game. I don't remember what the Easter eggs are, because it's been forever since I've gotten the Easter eggs last. So if somebody could remind me what the Easter eggs in this game are, I wouldn't be opposed to trying to get them.
It looks like a piece is missing.
I've got the piece here. So I'm doing a little test here. Test here. I'm not grabbing that doll. Whoa! There's also, over here. And there's one near the area. I'm going in the wrong direction, aren't I? Okay, so I go to the inn and I play the darts game. I need to get 4 bullseyes. Man, that is impossible. Okay. Oh man, speaking of the Harry Potter series, I'm not a fan of Snape. Everybody believes he's like redeemed at the end of the series. I don't know. You know, I was just too used to the idea that Snape is kind of a mean jerk. Maybe he did some nice things, but he was still basically is an abusive teacher for the entire series for no good reason. Yeah, okay. So let's go back. Wait. No, I'm not going back here. I made a mistake. Yeah, somebody's pointing up about, you know, Harry's father. Harry's father and Snape are both bad people. I think I can agree they're both bad people.
Those were just some sketches I made because I was bored. I do that all the time.
Okay, so when you get...
I'm not after your property.
Sorry. Once you get all the, flowers, this happens.
What are you after?
Nothing!
Then why are you trying to tell me there's not going to be a wedding?
Because Matt is gone.
Matt would never walk out on me. Never.
He still loves you, Kyler, but he's not ready to get married, and he just didn't know how to tell you.
Oh, so he told you to tell me. Or was his leaving your idea? What'd you tell him, Kit? that I still have feelings for you, that it isn't over between us? Because it is. You know that, don't you? It is most definitely over.
I better not go in there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
So somebody's saying Kyler got up from the ground again. That is possible. I think she might have moved again. Oh, wait. I did something wrong. Sorry. I need to get the luggage here. And this triggers a conversation with Denal. So let's see, the leprechauns, if I move the leprechauns 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So I imagine I have to move them back to the beginning point, and then I'll... Okay, so this is an Easter egg, it says. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, I can't read what this other person... Sorry. There were more comments in the chat, and so I wasn't able to read the rest of what this thing was. Okay, so let's try this again. So let's see. Maybe I'm setting it to 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. Yeah, I don't see an Easter egg there. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I tried to get an Easter egg. It didn't seem to work. So now we're going to do all the Denal scenes at once! Hooray! All Denal, all the Denal time.
I'll not be talking to you till I've a crow's nest in front of me.
Oh.
Away with you then.
Gonna play Mixmaid for a while, are ya? Well, here's what you're to do. I'll take the orders and put the tickets up here. Each ticket will have no more than 2 drinks on it. And to save time, I draw little pictures instead of writing out their names. The mixing book will tell you which little picture stands for what drink. It'll also tell you what's in each drink and how to make each drink. Now, to pour something, put the silver mixing glass under either the juice tap or the beer tap. Then, press whatever button the mixing book tells you to press. The book will also tell you how many times to press it. If the drink needs blending, you'll see a picture of a blender at the top of the column in the book. You're to put the solid ingredients into the blender first, then pour whatever's in the mixing glass into the blender. Then, press the red button. And when the blending's done, just reach under the counter and find the serving glass that's pictured in the book. Put the serving glass on the grey mat and pour everything from the blender into the serving glass. If the drink doesn't need blending, just find the right serving glass, put it on the grey mat, and pour everything you've poured into the mixing glass into the serving glass. Then, add anything else the book tells you to add, put the serving glass on the tray to the right of the ticket it goes to, and start fixing the next drink. Soon as you've made all the drinks on a ticket, ring the bell and I'll serve 'em up. Just remember, if the orders start coming thick and fast, and the tickets
Also, I'm
start
a
piling
barmaid
up,
now.
you're to make the drinks on the ticket closest to the bell first. Now, you'll be making no mistakes, I'm sure. But if you do, just toss the glass into the rubbish bin down there to the right and start over. Mind you, lass, you must do the mixing fast and proper. The quicker you mix, the more tips you'll be keeping. To work with you now.
Okay, I need to actually pay attention to the game. I was writing silly things about Harry Potter into the chat. I believe, you know, Snape, maybe if Snape actually got a girlfriend instead of, you know, dating one girl once, and he didn't actually date her, he like tried to be nice to her, and called her a swear word, which is not a good way to be nice to somebody. It sort of ruined the relationship, and he decided, I'm never dating anybody ever again. And so it's like, who would be a better girlfriend for Snape? You know, maybe if he actually got a real girlfriend. And clearly the answer is Luna's mother. I don't see why there's any fight about this whatsoever. Also, Nancy's into bartending now. I have become Madame Rosmerta from the Harry Potter series. Yeah, I mean, most people are tempted to put Snape with one of the evil characters. Because, spoiler alert, he's totally evil. Yeah, Bellatrix doesn't seem to have any love in her relationship, so I mean, I guess maybe she's available. Malfoy's mother doesn't seem to have any love in the I don't know, you know, you see, these evil people aren't allowed to have love in their relationship because that makes them look less evil. Also, the series is about Harry Potter and not the romantic misadventures of the villains. Although that would be a great side series, spin-off. I think I would read it. It would sell. I don't see this thing anywhere. Here we go. Where are all these people? I mean, you can hear in the background, right? You can hear there are a bunch of people here at the pub. Why don't I see any of them at the pub besides Denal?
Ah, not a moment too soon. All done and dusted, are ya? Thank you, miss. Take what's in the tip jar. And the next time you help out, you can keep the tips then as well.
Okay, people are saying Bellatrix can't work with Snape because she's got a thing for Voldemort. I'm wondering how, it was like earlier, before, Bellatrix went crazy from being in Azkaban for, 10 plus years. I wonder what she was like before she went crazy.
You make a mean crow's nest, girl. Well done. Now, I'm to tell you what happened to the Sassenach, am I?
I'm sorry, happened to the what?
The Sassenach. The Englishman. The one Kyler was supposed to be marrying. Well, what happened to him is this. The Sidhe took him. The good people whisked him straight off to their world, they did.
By the good people, you mean fairies?
You'll not be hearing me call him that. All of us have a name we prefer, and with them, the good people it is. So that's what I call him, and you'd be wise to do the same.
Okay, so back to Nancy Drew. Hey, the fairies have been kidnapping poor Matt.
Just what are these good people going to do with him?
Whatever they please. He's in their world now, and he'll not be coming back. That's as much of the truth as we'll ever know. 'Tis not the first time the good people have seen fit to meddle in the affairs of Castle Malloy. Caused the explosion they did.
Explosion?
Aye, the one that half destroyed the place. The man who lived there in 1944, Brendan Malloy was his name. He was a scientist, charged with making rocket fuel, people say. Only one summer night, something went terrible wrong. There was a flash, like 1,000 lightning bolts. Then a huge boom sent everything south of the library flying towards the sky. Brendan, his wife, Caitlin, used to own this place, she did. Aye, and their little girl, Fiona. All three were lost to the world forever when the place blew. But the blame lay not with Malloy. It was the good people. They'd taken a shine to Fiona, is why. And they knew that little girls, no matter how much they're adored by wee folk or mortals, sooner or later, all little girls grow up and grow old. The good people couldn't bear to see this happen to their beloved Fiona, so they made full sure it never did.
I'm just sorry. The game after this one is Ransom of the Seven Ships, and Denal is wearing like the exact same clothing that Johnny wears in that game. It's not even funny. It's the same
Sounds
wrinkly
to me like the
shirt
good
and vest.
people are actually just the opposite.
They have their ways, and we have ours, is all. That's just the way of things. Got plans for you, they do.
The fairies? The good people? What makes you say that?
I meant to pocket your car keys for safekeeping on my way over here, but I couldn't find 'em.
You mean my keys weren't in the car?
Aye, that's exactly my meaning. Taken they were. The good people want you to be staying.
Aye.
What do you know about the stone pillars with all the weird writing on them?
I've never been able to make heads or tails of 'em. Even bought me a book on Ogham runes. Waste of good money, that was.
Ogham runes?
All those lines. Ancient Celtic symbols they are. Runes. Spell out something. I lack the time and patience to work out just what.
I wouldn't mind having a go at it. Do you think I could borrow your book?
Sorry to say, I'm not in a lending mood at the moment, lass. A wee bit of me favourite drum music would put me right, but the band can't be playing it because their drummer took sick. Looking for someone to take his place, they are.
I could probably fill in. I mean, not permanently, but...
Go to it, then. One ditty is all. Play it well enough, and the book will be yours. Seamus will help you get started.
Oh no, more chores.
What a fine lass you are for helping out the band. Now here's what you do. Watch the cue. When it reaches the drum, just hit the corresponding section of the bowring with the beater. Keep doing that till the song's over. And if you've kept the beat well enough, the band'll split their tips with ya. They're about to start. Just watch the bar, keep your wits about ya, and you'll do fine.
Okay, let's go. Wow, I stink at this. Okay. Hey, I got some. Left, 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 right, right space, right, right, down, left, down, right, right space, space left, up, right. Everybody in the chat is talking about who the scariest Nancy Drew villain is, but I don't want to talk because I don't want to give spoilers for any of the games. Wow. I don't have to be good at this, I just have to...
with some practice.
After that, I'm in a worse mood than ever.
Oh, come on!
Give me another chance, okay?
Maybe if they gave me an easier round to start with. That is horrible. After that, I'm in a worse mood than ever. Har. Okay. Got it. Denal just saw my failure and said, "That's it, I'm out of here." I got this. I got this. Is there like a number you're trying to reach? Like 70? I'm not good with rhythm games. No.
You call that rhythm, lass?
What?
That won't do, lass.
Let me try again. Okay. Trying again. I seem to die whenever they have two right next to each other.
Okay, somebody's saying I need to get a score of 70, and then I get it. In my defense, I do not think that these buttons I'm pressing at all match up with the rhythm that's being played. People are giving hints like, just play faster. Okay. That should be good.
Brilliant! Here's your share of the tips.
Yay! Oh yeah.
Sweet as clover to the honeybee that was. Here's the book. Keep it as long as you like. I'll not soon have need of it. Will you be wanting something else from me then?
I should get back to the castle.
Be careful out there, lass.
Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. No, thank you. You guys are wonderful. You're great. And I'm supposed to get a conversation with Denal about the luggage after I found the luggage. So does this mean I have to actually talk to Kit about the luggage? So it's that you have to leave and return and talk to Kit about the luggage to trigger the conversation with Denal?
What's going on?
I found Matt's luggage in here, right over there.
What? Over where?
It was behind the cots.
How'd it get there?
Looks to me like someone was trying to hide it.
Well, it wasn't me. Matt hid it. Oh my gosh. He didn't go back to London. He's been here the whole time. Kyler was right. Oh my gosh.
You sound kinda disappointed.
Marrying Kyler is the biggest mistake he could possibly make. If this means that's what he intends to do, you bet I'm disappointed.
I found the sketch you did on the ground outside. What's it for?
What, that? I was just messing around. See, I'm into real estate, and whenever I see an interesting tract of land, I like to sketch out how I'd develop it. Just to, you know, keep the juices flowing. It doesn't mean anything. I was just doodling.
Great, so it's okay if I keep this.
Sure. Go right ahead.
People are making fun of the villain and Nancy Drew the Silent Spy. We're evil because reasons.
Have you ever been to the little hut that's in the middle of the bog?
No. Don't tell me you've been traipsing through the bog. Are you nuts? That stuff's like quicksand.
Somebody said Sea of Darkness as the worst villain who doesn't even try to kill you. The villain in Sea of Darkness does try to kill you, or at least just keep Nancy trapped in the ice caves while he or she makes his or her escape.
You just gotta watch your step.
Well, if you go missing, at least we'll know where to look.
Have you ever been up in the tower?
You saw the stairs, or what's left of them. There's no way to get up there.
I could have sworn I saw lights coming from it.
Perhaps it was the good people come a-calling on their good friend Denal. Or maybe it was just reflected moonlight or something. So if you're thinking Matt's up there, forget it. Ain't no way.
I couldn't help but overhear the discussion you and Kyler had in the library.
That sure didn't go like I planned. All this talk of fairy kidnappings and practical jokes, I just thought it was time to clear the air, but what happens? Not only did she accuse me of being the bad guy in all this, but as it turns out, she had it right, and I had it wrong. Matt didn't walk out on her. His luggage proves it.
But if Matt's just pulling a prank, why would he bother hiding his luggage?
Who knows what goes on in that warped mind of his? Maybe he wanted nothing about his disappearance to make sense. All I know is, he's still around here somewhere.
I'd better get going. See ya.
Drop by anytime.
Okay, that's it for Kit. I'm sad. I don't think I got to talk to him about the fact that he's still in love with Kyler, and that's a conversation I thought we could go through. Yes. No, getting back to Nancy Drew's Sea of Darkness. The villain does try to kill Nancy, but there is no death sequence there. Nancy just gets trapped in the caves. So I can understand why people saying, well, then that's not really trying to kill her, but eh.
What's on your mind, then?
Would you by any chance know how Matt's luggage wound up hidden behind the cots in the Great Hall?
That I would. I put it there. I told the Sassenach he was not to stay in Fiona's room, yet he did nonetheless. So, while he was out with the others, I took his bags and hid him, thinking to force him to leave her room. Wasted time, that was. Turns out the good people had something else in mind. Good at finding things, are ya?
As a matter of fact, I am very good at finding things.
Got something for you, then.
A key?
Aye, to the sheep pen. The sheep I'm keeping on the castle grounds need bringing in so I can shear 'em first thing tomorrow.
You want me to bring them in?
There's 10 of 'em is all. With that lantern of yours, you'll be done before you know. Go on now, take it. Just walk the grounds, and whenever you come upon a sheep, blow a whistle, and back they'll go to the barn. When you think all 10 are in, go to the barn and make sure, then lock the place up, and that'll be that. Don't be looking at me like I've got 3 heads, lass. You can do it. Out with you now. There's work to be done.
Wow, and people are making good points about Nancy Drew Sea of Darkness. You know, I like that game, but the sail puzzle is kind of pointless. There's no reason to do it. You don't really learn anything from it. And the lunch puzzle is kind of impossible. Yeah, well, you know, at least there's an alternative. You don't have to do the lunch puzzle. Oh man, Shadow at the Water's Edge though. I know everybody loves that game, but some of those puzzles in that game, like the portrait backing puzzle, or the puzzle to get out of the room, or the giant nonograms puzzle, or the giant Sudoku puzzle. Oh. So yeah, what about Nancy gives the impression that she can herd sheep? Because I don't think she's a very good sheep herder. Now that I'm in this area, let me just do that. Man, you know, someday I should like get the actual solution written out. So it figures like you click this one, you click that one twice, and then this one that way. This is going to be the snake thingy. This is going to be the dead tree. I didn't actually look at Denal's book, did I? Well, if you look at Denal's book, it gives you the information to solve the puzzle. You need to figure out which tree is which. No, some people didn't like Bento. I liked Bento in Nancy Drew, Shadow at the Water's Edge. Danger in Design, the cookie puzzle was really nasty. I was not good at that. Yeah, I feel like the bento box puzzle, you know, making bento in Nancy Drew, Shadow at the Water's Edge, is sort of like making the Tora Mater trays in Sea of Darkness. It's like, it's a good puzzle if you know what the instructions are. The instructions are kind of not so good. It's kind of hard to figure it out on your own. But once you've got it figured out, you're good. And we're trying to get. Yeah, but really, Bento Box really seems very close to the Tora Mater puzzle. Really sort of the same thing. It's like putting 3 bento boxes just together. So it seems like just the bento box puzzle is slightly harder. Oh, I heard sounds. What? No! How did that sheep go away? So maybe that resets the sheep's location. Oh, I hear a sheep. I heard a sheep. Must be to the north. There. Okay. Final sheep. Sheep herding is way too much for me. So what you need to do is go inside and then immediately leave.
There, the paddock's all locked up.
And now somebody's pointing out problems with the culprit's plan and Nancy Drew treasure in the Royal Tower. The premise of the game is that everybody's trapped in this castle that snowed in, so how did the culprit plan to escape? There's no way to escape. Everything snowed in. Unless the culprit had a secret snowmobile? Don't know.
The sheep are tucked away in the barn, then?
They sure are.
I knew you could do it, lass. Will you be wanting something else from me, then?
Have you ever been to the other side of the bog?
Do I look daft to you now? There's no walking across the bog. Once you fall in, there's no getting out. When I was your age, younger even, there was talk of an old gypsy woman who kept house in the bog, living all by herself, crazy as could be. But a tall tale is all it was. You stay clear of that bog, girl. There be no crossing it. Not if you're fond of living.
Now, some people are able to predict who the culprit is in Nancy Drew, number 13, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, because a lot of the characters in that game appear in other games. So if you eliminate all the characters who didn't appear in other games, you've only got two real suspects.
Since you're going to shear the sheep that are in the barn tomorrow anyway, would it be okay if I sheared one of them tonight?
You know how to shear a sheep, do you?
Well, no, but I need some raw wool, and I figure it can't be that hard.
I'm willing to let you give it a try, but you'll not be finished till you've filled 3 bags. Do I have your word on it?
3 bags of wool, you got it.
All right, then. The book there in the barn will tell you how to operate all the equipment. Oh, and to get a sheep into the shearing station, just blow this tune on your whistle. Read the instructions, blow the whistle, and you'll be adding sheep shearing to your list of talents in no time at all.
Denal. And that's the last time I believe we need to talk to Denal. We should be coming up somewhere close to the end of the game. So let's get back to phone conversations. Hello, trying to call people. So should I call Ned or Bess? I'll let the people in the stream decide. The people have spoken. They want Ned.
Hello?
Hi, Ned. So are you enjoying the party?
Oh, yeah. It's fun. Very fun.
Are you sure you're at the Dunhills party? Because it doesn't sound that way.
I am. I just ducked inside when my phone rang, that's all. So what's going on there?
Remember the woman who made me drive into a ditch? I saw her again.
Where was she this time?
Outside the window to the nursery. I came face to face with her. Then Kyler came in and scared her off.
Did you go after her?
Couldn't. She just sort of vanished. Oh, and did I mention that the nursery is on the 2nd floor?
What? How'd she get up there?
I have no idea. Although just before she appeared, I heard this unearthly howling noise. I heard it when she disappeared, too.
Unearthly howling noise? Nancy, what have you gotten yourself into?
I'm fine, Ned.
What did this woman look like?
Very old and disheveled. Scary looking, with long, wild hair, and this crazy look in her eyes.
You're pretty much describing a banshee, you know.
I don't think banshees live in houses, and I'm pretty sure this lady does.
What makes you say that?
I found a hut on the other side of the bog. I have the feeling it's where she lives. There's a bed in it, as well as all sorts of weird things.
Like what?
Like cages, some big enough to hold a small child.
Do you know who she is?
Not yet.
I know that tone. It means it's just a matter of time.
I found Matt's luggage.
Is that good news or bad?
I'm not sure. The caretaker says he hid Matt's luggage in order to discourage Matt from staying in the nursery. But Kyler says she saw Matt's luggage in the nursery after Matt disappeared. And if that's true...
The caretaker could be up to something.
I'll let you get back to the party.
It was great talking to you.
Just what I was gonna say. Bye.
So let's call Bess.
Hi, what's up?
Just checking in. What's new there?
Nancy, this is the best party ever. Translation, Amazing Abs has talked to her twice.
Have you seen Ned? When I talked to him, he sounded weird.
Should we tell her? We kind of have to now, don't we?
Tell me what?
Minky McNabb's here, in all her bikini-clad, boy-crazy splendor. And when she saw Ned and didn't see you, Beeline City. Ned has wisely gone into hiding.
Oh, poor Ned.
That's what he gets for being so cute. So, how are you doing, Nance?
So Minky McNabb is there. I'm going to guess that this was Deirdre Shannon's alternate personality.
There were all these sheep running around outside, and guess who had to put them back in their pen?
You? Nancy, clearly neither you nor Kyler understands just what a maid of honor is supposed to do.
Actually, Mr. Delaney kind of roped me into it.
Next time, just tell him no. You should be decorating and painting nails and picking out music for the reception and dyeing shoes to match your dress, not sheep herding.
Actually, I said I'd shear a few sheep for him, too.
Nancy, a maid of honor should not be shearing sheep. You get to shear sheep? I am so jealous. What am I gonna do with you two?
That's it from here.
Don't be a stranger. Bye, Nancy.
Somebody's saying that Minky McNabb is in the book. I didn't know this game was based off a book. I'm not saying it's not, I just didn't know that. I wonder what book it's based on. Now for Mohawk sheep. Or hopefully not Mohawk sheep. Hopefully I'll be able to not mess up and get Mohawk sheep. Let's see. So with this puzzle you want to add stuff. Oh, okay. Somebody's saying George should be the maid of honor for Nancy because George likes sheep shearing. Okay, so this is bleeding, so that's 15 plus 23 is 38. 38 plus 4 is 42. So this is a 42. I practically need a calculator in order to solve this puzzle. Where is my calculator? Nancy, did that work correctly? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Okay, so I blow my whistle, then I wait for the shear to appear. Alright, so somebody's saying the book, Nancy describes Minky McNabb as really rude, ugly, nobody likes her or her sister. And this is Green Keen, so that's 2 plus 21 plus, what's behavior? Calm, 11, so that's 34. Mohawk!
Now that's an interesting look.
Mohawk sheep! No?
1 bag down, 2 bags to go.
I guess you only have to shear 2 sheep in order to fill a bag. Okay, so this is red 4 plus... No. Calculator, don't mess with me. 4 plus 21 plus 11, 36. Mohawk sheep again. Get in there, sheep. Okay, this looks like panic, so that's 16. Plus keen, which is 21. Plus red, which is 4. This is a 41. And then Pompadour sheep. Oh my.
That's 2 bags. I promised Mr. Delaney I'd fill 3.
Thanks, Nancy. So blue. 9 plus 22. Plus... Is this angry? Does that look like an angry sheep? Let's say it's angry. That would make it 44. Uh-oh, that's the sound of making a mistake.
Guess I messed that one up.
Yeah, if you mess up, apparently it doesn't get any of the wool. Even though that clearly got wool from the sheep. Okay, so this is 23 plus 2 plus 11. This is a 36.
Is
What?
that a sheep or a show dog?
Huh? That's a crazy looking sheep. What is this sheep? That must be an angry sheep. So that's 13. I wish these numbers were a little bit bigger so you could see them more clearly. Plus 23, plus 9. So that gives me 45. Then again, I'm not playing the game in full screen, so maybe if you're playing the game, you know, full screen. Mohawk sheep!
There, all done.
Okay, so we're finally making progress. We're near the end of the game. We're gonna solve some puzzles. We're going back to the bog hut.
Looks like I need a key.
I actually don't know how close I am to the end of the game. Actually, now that I'm remembering it, aren't there like three more big puzzles for me to solve? I need to get the key for that box, which requires a lot of jetpack stuff. Okay, well, let's go with it. Maybe Nancy should get a purple mohawk. Yes. I remember the one book I read, 1980s, where they gave George a punk makeover so George could infiltrate this gang of bad guys. It was ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I forgot to play the darts game. Oh no, no. I want to beat this game before my 2-hour limit. Okay, well, so I still got about 20 minutes left. Yeah, if Nancy got a purple mohawk, that would get the attention of Sunny June. Yes. Hi, sheep
What's
guy.
on your mind, then?
I'll let you drink your crow's nest in peace.
Good night to you.
Oh, man. Okay. Can't believe I forgot to do this game. Getting 4 bullseyes in a row is kind of tough. Bust! So failure. What you want to do is get exactly 0. Okay. Oh, I almost got 4 bullseyes. Okay, is there a number 6 anywhere? Here, I'm getting a 4. That's a miss, and then I'll get a 2 here. Okay, so I totally forgot to get that dog earlier. Oh no. Thanks to Nancy Drew Games, somebody hates darts for real. Oh. Darts are very, 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 very difficult. Okay, so now that I have the doll, I can solve this puzzle. Dog. Girl. Other girl? Cat. Guy. Sheep. Pig. And cow. Whoops, I'm picking cow up. And then that's it. I did it. Everybody, I think. Now I need to do the jetpack puzzle. How do I do it? My notes don't tell me exactly. Okay. Found new notes. Okay, so this is 10. Okay, so this plate, C is going to be 01000000. Okay, so this is going to be C. I'm lost. Okay. How do I trigger the next printing plate thing? Oh no. Huh. Hi, people in the studio audience. They're talking about Nancy's fashion right now. If Nancy's fashion challenge. Okay, so I need to click in the middle area, is that it? Okay. Well then, this one over here on the left. 110. Okay, this is Y. Okay, how do I switch plates now? Try again. This was yellow, right? Okay, place that on there. Next I'm going to do this one, which was C. Yeah, I think this is it. This is it. I think that might be it. Then this is 101111111. No, this one is K, obviously. It's the one with the most letter writing on it. Which means the final one must be magenta? This is an overly complicated puzzle. People are saying the dream is to see Nancy dressed in punk style and goth style. She needs the help of Mel Corbliss, and then she'll be able to do it. So, instructions. Spin this to red. Number slot must read 729. World's most complicated jetpack. Press that button. I don't... Is there a button like that? Press the black button. Then I flip the red thing down. Then I spin blue lever to black. I hope I got this correct. No, I'm not looking at that. Slide lever to halfway point. Press yellow, red, and then color dial to red. Color dial to red. Number dial to 4. Number dial to 4. Flip up blue, blue, yellow, and then go. It works!
Gosh, I'm flying!
I'm flying! I'm flying!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I did it, everybody! I did it! I am a flyer! Yay. So let me get back to what I'm trying to do. I want to...
Matt, are you in here? Hello? Anybody here?
So I want to look at this area. Doesn't look like I can even attempt that puzzle. I can fly! Yay! Nancy certainly loves flying. I think that's the one I actually do need to read. Hey, it's those leprechauns. Leprechaun, leprechaun, leprechaun. So let me see if I can actually solve this puzzle yet. Oh yeah, I think you actually have to look at every single book before you can do it. Alright, let's see if we can find every book. Found one book. So 1 plus the one clue I found earlier. Okay, 2. 3. Were there books on this other side? I don't know. Let's see if I actually got that right. I think I got a, I think I missed a book there. Yep, I did. Okay. Really? Oh man, everybody! I don't know if I can make it to the end of the game. We've got like 8 minutes left before I hit the 2-hour mark. Oh no, no failure this time. Okay, so near Kyler should be a book. Which I already saw. There should be a book on the desk. It says. That's the binary. There we go. The book on the desk. Everybody in the studio audience is cheering me on.
I think this doll is supposed to be me.
Oh, Waverly Academy for Girls. Oh, was the next game in the series Warnings at Waverly Academy not whatever the other one was, not Ransom of the Seven Ships? And I can't read that stuff, that's in cursive. Okay, somebody's saying yes, Ransom is the game after this one, and then it's Warnings at Waverly Academy. Okay. Well, anyway, we figured out why this Fiona lady never gets locked inside her house. It's because she has a jetpack. Can I get the key from Nancy? How do I take this key off, everyone? Isn't this the key that unlocks this? Huh. Okay. Having no idea what to do. Does anybody know why there is a doll that looks like Nancy there? Please, get me the key, Nancy. Somebody's saying that's the car key. Well, then where's the key that opens up that locked thing in Fiona's house? I should have found it somewhere in the tower. People are saying I should have found another picture puzzle here in the tower. Okay. No, there's the key. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Fiona might be too old to walk, but she can fly. Wow, failure at the very end of the game. No, we're running up against the deadline and the clock and everything. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Dear Fiona, you're the light of our life. We love you, sweetheart. Please don't grow up to be a crazy old lady.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be in here. This is your home, isn't it? My name's Nancy Drew, and you're Fiona, right? Fiona Malloy? Fiona, listen, I didn't mean any harm. See, I'm looking for someone, a young man named Matt. I don't suppose you've seen him. Fiona?
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish this before the time, but we're so close to the ending, I'll just make this an extra long video.
No, don't touch that.
Don't touch what? Hey,
No.
the light switch! Oh.
Well, now you're trapped over there and I'm trapped over here. Now I'm done.
I
Matt?
take it you're Matt. I'm Nancy Drew, the maid of honor.
Thrilled, I'm sure. You wouldn't happen to have a tunnel boring machine in your pocket, would you? Or food? Do you have any food on you? A biscuit or two? Some crisps? Cocoa Kringle? Anything?
Sorry.
Oh, the only thing that woman in the shabby dress ever gives me are carrots and potatoes and such. I've been wandering around down here for days. I want something full of sugar and nice, greasy fat. You know, real food.
She feeds you?
Every once in a while, the silo slides open, and she'll be
Good question. So how did Nancy manage to pass Matt without noticing it? I don't know.
standing up there in the fresh air looking down at me. Then I get showered with vegetables, she goes away, and the silo slides shut. Whenever I talk to her, she kind of grunts as if she understands what I'm saying, yet she refuses to help me. It's like I'm her pet or something. And now there's two of us. Dibs on the potatoes.
Why did this door shut when I pulled that switch?
As best I can figure from the papers and drawings I've found, you're standing in the laboratory where the bloke who lived here during World War II did all his top-secret research. He was working on new forms of propulsion to be used in flying machines, rockets, that sort of thing. Apparently, to keep unwanted visitors out, he planted devices which would allow him, at the push of a button, to seal off the lab. This gate and all the others will go up when our hostess decides to feed us. Opening those silo doors seems to reset everything. Opening those silo doors is also the only way out of here. Believe me, I know.
I have a jetpack. I can just fly through the silo doors.
How did you get down here?
I stumbled upon the entrance to a secret passage in the nursery, so I thought it would be jolly good fun to make some ghostly sorts of noise from inside it and give Kyler a fright. But all of a sudden, this crow flew in through the window and came straight at my eyes. I fell backwards into the passage trying to get away from it, and the next thing I knew, I was falling through a hole in the floor. Fortunately, I only fell about 2 meters. So I got to my feet, and since it...
And somebody's asking, how awkward would it be if Fiona and Nancy are just flying around on their jetpacks and they run into each other and be like, oh, hey, hi, oh.
It was dark and my glasses were knocked off when that crow attacked me. I started feeling my way along the wall, looking for a ladder or something, so I could climb back up. But instead, my hand hit some sort of button. A siren went off, the door above me slid shut, and there I was. I yelled until I was hoarse, but no use. I was trapped. So I felt my way along the tunnel, looking for another way out, until I got to the lab you're standing in, at which point I blundered into the button you just pressed, siren goes off, door comes down, and suddenly I'm even more trapped. Not long after that, the door...
It's not a button. It was a lever. I mean, he calls it a button. Nancy called it a switch. It's a lever. Why do we even have that lever?
The top of the silo slid open, so I looked up, and by squinting really hard, I could see an old woman with long hair, wearing a long ratty dress, just standing there, looking down at me. I called to her, told her who I was and what had happened. I told her everything. Called at her till I went hoarse again, but she just stood there. I even tossed my ring up to her, saying, "Go ahead, keep it, just get me the heck out of here." Nothing.
Man. Okay, so Matt is so articulate. This explanation sounds like a novel. He had a lot of time to figure out his explanation for what happened.
Well, I'm gonna go find us a way out of here.
Great. Why don't I wait right here?
Cool, so if you guys want me to talk to Matt again, just let me know and I'll do it. Those other conversations with Matt are optional. This puzzle isn't so bad. I always seem to get it on my first try. And I want to get the nose cone. I want to get the fin from the middle container. And those are for this thing. Well, let's give Matt a break. He couldn't actually see it was a lever because he just has really bad eyesight. And I think we can solve this puzzle already. Okay, so 1 is red, 2 is blue, 3 is orange, 4 is yellow, 5 is green. These are all really, really difficult puzzles, by the way, that I'm just sort of breezing through, because once you have the solution, you can just breeze through them. And 90.1. But okay, so basically what you do is you solve these puzzles with these notes, so many notes, and that's what you use in order to solve those puzzles.
It looks like the only sure way of getting those silo doors to open is by launching the rocket.
Okay, we've got 2 people that say, "Hey, talk to Matt." Might as well talk to Matt. Okay, tell you what. We will have a Matt conversation break after I start this puzzle. Oh my gosh, this puzzle.
Did you know there was a button here that says, "In case of lockdown, press to open"?
What? You mean something that could open up a way to escape was right under my nose the whole time? That does it. If I get out of here, I'm having that eye surgery. My weak stomach will just have to get over it.
This is the worst puzzle ever. Okay, so what you want to do is move things around. So let's start with something simple. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is in category number 1, according to that board, which we saw. Yay, so I just got rid of hydrogen, I put it in category number 1. What else goes in category number 1? P. Phosphorus? K is potassium. Oh, man! That's why the puzzle is awful. Yeah, okay. Death number 1. Death number 1. I presume there will be... No! Death number 2. Death number 2. People, I hope you guys in the studio audience keep a track of how many deaths there are. I believe that happened last time I played this game. Okay. Haha! Hydrogen is category number 1, like I mentioned. Oh, wait, hold on a second. We've got another category number 1 right here. NH3. Whew, I was scared it would hit that. H2O. Let me get this little thing of hydrogen here. And once I'm sort of finished with this category number 1, I'll talk to Matt. So that seems like a nice break, right? I'll take a Matt break in between rounds of this puzzle. I'm not sure if I can grab that NH3. Oh no! Oh no! Like if I go to the NH3 like this, I might hit the iodine. Wait a second. Figured it out. Iodine is category 2. And that iodine was in my way anyway. Yeah, no, I need to have fully open. No! I was thinking about speedrunning this game, but I'm not thinking about speedrunning this game anymore. Ooh, somebody's got popcorn? Share the popcorn. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good video. That was death. That was death. Fine, we'll try again. Okay, well, what are the ones that are available? H2O is category number 2. Am I supposed to use that? BR is category number 3. Yes. I don't know if I can fit this inside. Don't come on! I mean, I imagine speedrunning this is possible if somebody knows how. If somebody knows the solution, you could say, write out the proper solution. Like, I can't open this, and if I go here and try to open it, I hit the mercury, right? Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I need that popcorn. Doesn't the solution to this puzzle change every time? Nope. Solution stays the same every time. Let me try something else. What? Oh, so I can't just move it down, like, out of the way? Okay. Man, I was hoping to make some progress in this puzzle and then talk to Matt. Okay, so HG. HG is category 3. I can't get it there. NH3, I can't get it. BR is category 3, so again, I can't get it. It must be the case that I can snag this NH3 without hitting the bromine. I mean, process of elimination. Everything else was a huge failure. Okay. And then that will let me get some of these smaller ones here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think speedrunning this would be impossible, because the strategy would have to be, it's like go right 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's a lot slower than going like this. Okay. Man. This puzzle, I swear. Get the iodine first. Iodine being category number 2. Okay. Fluorine, our F is number 3. I think I can finally get rid of this mercury. No! Oh! Oh. At least the puzzle doesn't reset every time you fail. Yeah. Yeah, that would be horrible. How did I do that wrong? It's just... No! No! Oh, no. So we're up to double digits in the death sequences now. There. Finally grabbed the HG correctly. Now I shut that thing as far as I can. Okay, so I get as close as I can to a thing, and then I close on it. I think that's what the game wants us to do. RN Radon is category 3. Okay. Okay. That's it for now. Let's talk to Matt. We needed this break.
Feel like talking?
Sure.
Kyler's trying her best not to show it, but she's really worried about you.
That's the worst of it. Knowing that my eagerness to play a silly prank on her is going to wind up ruining the wedding. She's going to be so disappointed and humiliated and appalled. She'll never forgive me. What an idiot I am. I love her so much, and I am so lucky a mongrel like me landing someone as smart and beautiful as her, and now, whether I ever get out of here or not, I'm going to lose her. What an unthinking, short-sighted, immature idiot.
For a while, Kit was convinced you disappeared because you had decided you didn't want to marry Kyler after all.
I'm not surprised. The fact is, soon after we got here, he tried to tell me I was about to make a colossal mistake and that I should call off the wedding. Such wishful thinking on his part is exactly why I didn't ask him to be my best man. Oh, I made up some excuse about office politics and occupational expediency, but Kit was and is, and hopefully always will be, my best friend. But having him be my best man knowing he's still smitten with Kyler, I figured I'd pass.
Mr. Delaney, the caretaker? He thinks you were spirited away by fairies.
You know, I actually missed that superstitious, super ridiculous old fossil. Kit and I spent the better part of an evening rigging line in the garden so we could fool him into thinking a leprechaun was moving through the bushes. Only a branch snapped off and whacked Kit in the eye, and that was that. Except, I must admit, seeing as I have no idea who or what that thing is that has us trapped down here, Mr. Delaney might not be all that wrong.
I'm pretty sure her name's Fiona. She's the daughter of Brendan Malloy, the guy who was doing all the research down here. Everyone thought she was killed along with her parents when this place exploded. But she wasn't, and she's been wandering around in the bog near the castle ever since.
So, if our wedding ever does take place, it looks like I'll end up with a crazy in-law after all.
Well, I'm gonna go find us a way out of here.
Great. Why don't I wait right here?
Hey, the fairies! The fairies are here, and they're the ones trying to destroy. Okay, this puzzle again. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, so H2O is category 2. Let's get that way out of the way here. Okay, get as close as possible, then close. This isn't that bad, right? Maybe? I think for these tiny ones, you don't need to get as close as possible. I think... Yeah. No, that's category 3. F is category 3. BR also being category 3. What would Denal say if he heard Matt's opinion of him? Denal probably wouldn't like it very much. Alright. K is 1. No deaths so far in this segment. Yay. Talking to Matt was exactly the break I needed, because apparently now I can get through the puzzle without dying. Are not! Oh, no. Fine, let's do this. HG was 3. Come on. Okay. H2O was category 2. LOX is also category 2. Funny how there's only one thing of LOX, but there's multiple things of the other ones. I think just to be safe, I'll get rid of all of these ones over here, because it looks like I have to get rid of the K to get rid of the K to get rid... I mean... okay, this is category number 1. I have to get rid of the K. I don't know what category CL is, actually. I don't have that written down. Is it 2? I think that might be 2. K is 1. I think this is it. I think this is it. I think we'll be able to get through without any more deaths. Wow, okay, so whenever I say something nice about me being able to solve the puzzle, I die. Oh boy. I was on a roll here. I was on a very good roll, for a moment there. Fine. H is category 1. I'm at... Am I at 13 or 14 deaths? No, okay, well... I'm at more! Oh no... Fine, let's just be super careful and get rid of these other ones. Which you can get away with not grabbing if you don't want to. Which... did I not grab it? I thought I grabbed it. Here we go. Category 3 goes here. H2O, category 2. The soundtrack for this game is very nice and soothing, yes, very nice, I like it. I definitely like the music in this game. Soothing music, calms you down, makes you forget that you're almost dying over and over and over again. Got it. Okay. So how many deaths was that? That should be the final death, right? 1, 2...
Well, that was a bust. I must have done something wrong.
Oh. Did I forget to put in the key? Set to 90.1. Put in the key. 1, 2, 3. Done! Okay, so 14 deaths in total. Oh, Matt crawling around on the floor. For some reason, Kit and Kyler are hanging out in the garden together. Why? Denal sleeping.
Nancy? What on earth is going on? Matt!
Kyler, we're trapped down here. Get a ladder or something.
Oh, Matt, I've been so worried about you. Where have you been? I missed you so much. I was afraid I'd never see you again. And I've got so much to tell you. No, I take that back. There's only one thing I want to tell you. I love you. Do you hear me? I love you.
By the time Kit came back with a ladder, Kyler had said I love you to Matt approximately 150
So that's a creepy picture of Matt, just saying. That's the creepy picture of Matt I was mentioning earlier on in this video. Creepy, creepy picture.
times. And Matt had said it to Kyler about 200 times. And they were still saying it to each other on the day of their wedding 4 days later. Even Kit remarked that Matt's little misadventure seemed to have been good for their relationship. Needless to say, this bummed Kit out, until he met the very beautiful young Irish woman who catered the reception. Long story short, it looks like Kit will soon be returning to Ireland, and not just to sketch plans for potential housing developments. As for Mr. Delaney, he still can't accept the fact that the strange wail I kept hearing wasn't a banshee, but an old siren that Matt kept inadvertently setting off down in the tunnels. Nor is he clear on the fact that Fiona, whose jetpack was also a source of weird noises, was responsible for many of the strange phenomena he'd always attributed to fairies. But he understood immediately that Fiona was someone in need of compassion, and helped the police take her into custody without incident. Apparently, after the explosion killed her parents, Fiona was taken in and raised by an old hermit who lived alone in the bog hut, which did not exactly do wonders for the little girl's mental or emotional development. But she's getting lots of attention now, and she's so bright, after all, her father was a rocket scientist, that her prognosis is actually pretty good. Me, I'm on my...
And people are just saying, you know, Kit fell in love with the beautiful young Irish woman who was photoshopped into the picture, because she's clearly a real person hanging out next to a computer-generated person. It's just like Nancy Drew. Stay tuned for danger. All those photos on the wall.
My way back to the States, via jet plane, not jet pack. My pack and Fiona's were quickly confiscated by military types bent on adapting them for use on the battlefield. Unfortunately for them, Brendan's intricate fuel system has them completely and hopelessly stumped, which has no doubt made Fiona's crow and all its feathered friends very happy. They finally have the skies above Castle Malloy all to themselves.
The end? On what day was the wedding scheduled? I have no idea. I don't. June? Okay, so I flew around a lot, I solved the chemistry puzzle, and I got it right, yes, but I didn't get a lot of fortunes, I didn't get an Easter egg, I didn't beat Difference Detective all the time, I didn't get the Dollhouse Arranger, Leprechaun Spinner, Master Printer, Stylin Sharer, Super Sleuth, and Thirst Quencher.
When my best friend Bess Marvin wins a vacation for 3 at a resort on a private island in the Bahamas, she naturally invites me and her cousin, George Fain, to go with her. But by the time I arrive, the owners of the resort are nowhere to be found, and Bess has been kidnapped. To get her back, George and I must find a long-lost treasure, a quest that brings us face to face with many of the island's strange inhabitants, and forces us to risk our lives, both on and in the sea. Help us find the treasure before this sun-drenched paradise turns deadly. In my next adventure, Ransom of the 7 Ships.
Ooh. Okay, so Ransom of the 7 Ships. We're getting comments about how that game is not good and nobody likes it. Aww. Well, hopefully you like this music. So this game was a pretty good game. I liked it. That chemical puzzle, you know, whenever I finish the game, I have a bad taste in my mouth from that chemical puzzle. But yeah, this music is awesome. These are all the people who did the voices. And these are all the special credits. Alright, so that is basically the end of the game, I believe. So thank you very much for watching my live stream, everybody. Hopefully next week I can do a Saturday stream on Saturday instead of this one, which was done on Friday. Thanks to all the 65 people who are here watching this game. Oh wait, don't we get outtakes? We get outtakes.
Take one. Speed. Action!
Oops.
Take three. Speed. Action!
My depth perception stinks. Let me try it again.
Oh, come on, guys. Let me open the box. I gotta know what's in there. Please let me open it. Please. Please, 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 please.
Surprise!
Okay, so that's officially the end of the game. Thank you very much for watching, everybody.
This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke